tasters. I know you haven't seen a ton of us, so we thought we'd just pop on here and kind of let you know what's been going on with our life and what is coming up in our life. So come on into our cruise cabin. We're on our last day on the Emerald Princess. We went to the Panama Canal and got a lot of exciting things ahead. We want to talk to you a little bit about YouTube, a little bit about where we've been since we got home from Asia, and what we have planned and what we're being flexible about and why.
All right, so let's talk about October. We left Singapore in October via a cruise. We've actually been on cruise ships for about 70 days since that time, which gives us about 5.5 weeks on land. Not all at one time. It's been very sporadic.
Yeah, so we had some chopped up periods of visiting our family. We hope you've watched Daily Taste and seen our time in California, Washington, and New York.
Yep.
And we've had a few days here and there in between the cruises in hotels in Florida, which, by the way, all on points. Woohoo! Because our budget has been blown out of the water. Man, the U.S. is expensive.
Oy
oh
vey.
My goodness. And cruising, was pushing our budget just to get the cruises, but then we have spent a little more than we expected. However, some of that is a deposit on the future in a sense. So we're going to tell you about that later.
Absolutely. So, after all of our cruising that we've been doing, we're going to turn around and do some more.
Yes. But first, we want to tell you why you probably haven't seen us much lately.
Because we've been on cruise ships.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi is not great.
No, it's not.
We do recommend GigSky and I'll put a link below to this. You can buy a cruise and land package. So we have been able to make even video calls from the cruise ship to our family, maybe to a little group of my friends. And then also look things up on the internet, but it's not enough to upload. It's not reliable. It's very off and on depending on where we are. And unbelievably not been able to get, out of Arelo and GigSky, so many of these countries and islands we've been in that we just can't get any internet, period.
So when we talk about islands we've been in, it's predominantly been the Caribbean and a little bit of Central America.
Yeah, and South America.
Yeah.
So Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, Aruba, Bonaire, and Grand Cayman. That's where we went on this cruise. If you want to see where we went on the Enchanted Princess, I'm going to have a vlog coming out on that. But basically lots of Caribbean islands, even some repeats, because we were on there for 20 days.
And prior to that, we did the Sea of Cortez, Mexico run out of San Diego.
That vlog should be up by the time you see this. So it's all ready to go. We just got to get on land so we have some Wi-Fi so we can upload things. We have been working. We've tried to at least do Facebook and Instagram a few times, but it has not been easy to do. So we apologize. Definitely have had a couple friends. Where are you? Are you okay? I can't even find you on Find My Friend now.
We're in the middle of the ocean.
Yes. So anyways, that's kind of what's going on with us in that sense. Now, there are little changes on YouTube. So basically, over this period of time, number one, we have enjoyed relaxing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, these cruises. You know what, guys? This is what we imagined more, like actually having time and relaxing and enjoying ourselves. And so we've kind of done a lot of talking since we got back to the U.S., even before that.
Soul searching.
Is this what we planned in our nomad life? And is this what we wanted YouTube to be? It's kind of gotten out of control because it started out as a hobby, of just something fun to do as a hobby.
Always been a hobby here?
I don't know how to do things halfway, so if I'm going to do it, I try to do my very best and learn everything about it and market it and all those. all those things that I've done in the past. So those things take a full-time job, and I'm retired. So we, after lots of soul searching, have decided we are still going to keep doing the channels.
Hobbyist.
Yes, but we're doing it as a hobby. We don't make any money anyways, although you can buy us a coffee. No one has in a long time, so just saying, if you
Not
want
begging.
to, feel free. But it's just going to be a hobby. So daily taste, we're kind of redefining what daily taste means.
It's always been daily-ish.
But now it means it's a taste of our daily life, not every day. So it still is a taste of our daily life. It's just that, like on these vlogs, you're getting a taste of our daily life for 20 days in a row on a ship, or 10 days in a row on a ship. So that's kind of how it's evolving into chunks of our life, but tastes of what the days are like in them. Okay?
Absolutely.
So it's a lot less work and a lot more enjoyable, and it's a hobby, which also means they might be late.
And that's okay.
Like really late.
That's okay.
They might even get skipped. We're sorry. We're doing the best we can without impacting our enjoyment of our life.
Absolutely.
So
This is what we call
now I feel
life.
all guilty. Okay. But just being honest with you.
You have guilt?
You know me. Bundle of guilt and anxiety for no reason whatsoever. Okay.
She's a tightly wound rubber band.
So where are we going? And how will this impact our budget?
We're going back to sea.
So, as you know, we're getting ready to do a cruise line comparison of different cruise lines on our cruise channel.
So we've been cruising a lot of different lines for the cruise channel.
So we're almost done with this cruise, and then we go on Royal Caribbean, around the Caribbean.
Royally.
But we get to go to Puerto Rico, which we've never been to before, so that's a plus. And then we're going to spend 2 weeks seeing our kids again. We now have a brand new grandbaby that was just born a few days ago.
Shout out to Daphne.
Yeah, so we got to go see her. We're not going to see TJ in New York because it's spring break, right? He has better stuff to do than see his parents. And that's okay because it saves money not going there. However, we are adding a stop in Oklahoma because our little Blazy boy moved to Oklahoma with his parents.
Yes.
So we will be in Washington, Oklahoma, and California for a total of 2 weeks. And then we are back in Florida to sail to Barcelona on the Celebrity Apex.
False. You forgot. We're going to go get margaritas.
Oh, we forgot. Okay, so when New York fell through, we had a few extra, like a week extra. So we're taking a Margaritaville cruise because, believe it or not, it is cheaper to be on the Margaritaville cruise for 5 days than it is to be in a hotel and buy food for 5 days. So, might as well try out Margaritaville.
There we go.
I don't have huge hopes, but
we'll see. Everything's an experience. When you're a full-time traveler, you are out to experience. You're tasting life.
We do like a Margaritaville resort.
I do like a
We've
margarita.
done that before in Cancun. So, okay, so then we're on the Celebrity Apex to Barcelona. And now, this is the kind of cool part. So, while we're on the Enchanted Princess,
yes,
explain how you got 2 free cruises.
So, we won 2 free cruises, and the way you win them...
Well, you earned them. It wasn't like a sweepstakes or something.
That's true, but one didn't cost very much, and the other one cost a little bit.
Yeah, so amortized, it's not too bad. Like, so anyways, we have 2 cruises in an inside cabin, and we've booked them. So 2 14-day cruises.
Back to back.
Yes, back to back, that we're going to be taking while we're over in Europe.
Correct.
They leave out of Barcelona and we'll end up in Rome. But before we take that cruise, there's some other stuff.
Yes,
but anyways, those are a good thing on our budget because They
Yeah.
were way cheaper than living on land.
And it's through a program through Princess called See You Soon. And it really is about how much time you spend in the casino and how much money you play. And the goal in gambling is to spend their money to gain points for you
Exactly.
to get the free cruise. And that's why
Right.
it didn't cost us very much.
Right. You're not gambling as much money as it would need. It's that you win and then you use the winnings to gamble. So
Yeah.
it worked out great on those two. Now, we were going to try it on this cruise also, but because of how many days it is, you need 5,000 points instead of 3,000 points. And we were just not winning that great. So we were using our money. So, of course, at some point, we're like, stop the loss, right? Even
But we
though
did
it was
get free
tremendously
drinks.
fun.
And that's what counted.
Yeah. You also get free drinks if you get a certain number. So, anyways, and we got $400 of free play on the future cruise. So
All said
it
and
wasn't
done,
all lost,
Yeah,
but
it's all good.
yeah. So, anyways, we also had booked a Norwegian cruise through this casino match program thing we were trying to do. So it was like 20% off because of our Caesar's Diamond status that we got through a credit card match. Long story.
It's the credit card point game.
We'll do a thing on this later, but anyway, so 20% off a Norwegian cruise. So we have a Mediterranean cruise on Norwegian.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just tell you the schedule. So starting in March, we have Margaritaville and then the transatlantic on Celebrity. We get to Barcelona
21st.
in the middle of March. We are going to stay at the Hyatt there in the club room.
Points.
All on points, guys. It's Barcelona. It's expensive. So we are there only for like 3 nights because even the points are expensive. And then we're going to a suburb of Barcelona, about a half hour away, called Castedefels. I'm probably saying that wrong.
Cast the devil.
But Castedefels, there's a, what is it, like a castle there and
no.
beach? I don't know. It just looked really cool. We were looking around. We're like, that's not too far away. Let's just go down there. It's cheaper. So we've got a place there, little apartment for I think 4 nights, and then we go take a Uber to the cruise port and get on the Norwegian breakaway, and we go a bunch of cool places. Now, one thing that's cool about that one is it has an overnight in Florence, Italy, which I've been to Florence. It's one of my favorite places in the world. And there's a couple of things I hadn't seen there that I really wanted to see. One is the Boboli Gardens and the Pitti Palace. Now, I really wanted to see the Uffizi Gallery also, but it's not open on the day of the week that we're there, that we could do it. So we'll have to see that another
That's French,
time.
not Italian.
So anyways, we decided to get a hotel for that night, on points, of course, you know us. So, we don't have to waste so much time back and forth from the port to Florence because Florence is not on the coast. So we're going to do that. That'll be fun. Tim's first time doing something like that. Okay, so we are on that cruise going to different places, mostly in Italy, and a couple Spain, and then we end up back in Barcelona the beginning of April, and we hop on a plane to Tangier, Morocco.
Oh yeah!
So this is exciting. We've been wanting to go to Morocco.
She's been craving Moroccan food. That's what it is.
That is absolutely true. And did we not make sure that there is exactly what I want near where we're staying? Yes.
Yep.
So we wanted to go there for like 2 or 3 months, but that's not going to work out right now. But we do have like 2.5 weeks free before our next set of cruises, and we will be so glad. We will be so glad to be on land just for 2.5 weeks.
Cruising is a little difficult from the standpoint that it is touristing more than it is slow travel. Every day is something going on, a new port, new this, new that. 70 days of this, I'm tired.
Yeah, honestly, we're already tired. And it's not the things you would think of. People say, oh, I'd get bored cruising so much, or
No.
I'd get tired of the movement of the ship.
No.
You know, none of those things bother us, the food, none of that. I mean, we're gaining a tiny bit of weight, but whatever. Okay, so what's bothering us is stuff we never anticipated, which, like Tim said, it's like touristing. It's tiring.
Let's go,
because
go.
Different country, different port. But the other thing is the social background noise.
See, YouTube is perfect for us because we sit in a little room and it's just us and we're good with that. And we get to invite you in.
Yeah.
But when we turn off the phone, you go away.
So, I mean, we're social, but we're not the most social. We're not people who get energy from social
people.
interaction.
Yes.
We get drained from it. So, even though we're not, like, most of the time dealing with people individually on a social basis, we are still hearing all the social interaction
Yes.
around us, and that is wearing us out.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is, there's just no, you can relax and read or whatever, but because you don't have internet, you can't just like sit and zone in front of a television and just, that's how I relax. And
You can't research on YouTube.
You can't do that either. You can't do trip planning because you don't have Wi-Fi. You can't do your real life, like banking and all those things, because you don't have Wi-Fi. So you're squeezing that into like a day or two in Fort Lauderdale in between cruises.
Sitting at Panera.
Yeah, trying to use free Wi-Fi. And then I don't zone out as well.
Wait, unpaid advertisement. If you're using someone's free Wi-Fi, use some type of Surfshark or something that allows
legit.
you not to lose your.
Well, this isn't a paid
stuff.
advertisement, but I could put
That's
a
what I said.
Surfshark. I can definitely put a Surfshark referral code down the bottom. If you want it, click on it. We love Surfshark. It works great. Not paid to say that.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, be careful on public Wi-Fi. That's the point. So, anyways, we're tired. As much as we relax all the time, a lot of the time, we're also tired from it. So, we didn't think we could ever have too much, like, cruising, but
I think you can have too much people.
I don't think that we could cruise full time, and
No.
part of it is just because there's people around, even searching out quiet places.
We love you, but not that much.
It's not them that's a problem. It's
True. It's the other people.
It's just, yeah, there's a few things like that. So, anyways, we are still doing this season of cruising because of this whole review thing, and because now that we have some free cruises, we're not stupid, right? We're gonna keep going.
Absolutely.
And if we can get more free cruises, we'll keep going. We'll get into that
So space
later.
them out. But yeah.
Yeah, we are tired from cruising.
So
And
after
we'll
our
be glad to be on land.
so after our 2 weeks in Tangier, we head back to Barcelona, and so the end of April we get on the Sun Princess,
Which is one of their brand new ships that's really cool. We're excited.
And we're excited for that. But again, that's the 2 back-to-back 14-day cruises of the Mediterranean, so 28 straight days on a cruise ship again.
Right. And so there are a lot of repeated ports. So we'll probably skip a few just because we get tired. And just, we're not doing excursions in all these. We can't afford that.
No.
But a few things here and there. But we will get a chance to see some of them multiple times. So it's kind of like going for multiple days. And the first one goes from Barcelona to Athens. The second one goes from Athens to Rome.
Yep.
Originally, we were going to go from Rome back to Barcelona, but I'm glad we're not.
Yeah.
We're going to stop in Rome. Now, the plan gets a little murky at this point.
There's a plan?
The reason the plan gets murky...
Wait. Let me show them.
The plan?
The plan. Starting in June, this is the plan. I hope you can see there's nothing there.
Yes. So we're booked through arriving in Rome on May 24th. The only other thing we have booked is August, September, and October in Moldova. Teeny tiny country, but 12th largest wine producer in the world.
Yes.
And so that's kind of a fun thing, and it's there in the middle of it's there, to be honest, on the border of Russia
So,
and Romania.
and right now Moldova is having a few issues with Russia.
With the Transnistria, they have like a breakaway region that's wishes they were part of Russia. And so it's kind of a little bit of a foothold for Russia. So anyways, there's a few things going on with energy and all these things. Don't worry. It's refundable. I only paid for one of the months. It's on Airbnb.
Don't
And
worry.
I can cancel and get a
Be
refund.
happy.
So we're not 100% sure what's going to happen with that. But our intention is to go there for as long as we can. Just to, it's cheap. It's one of the cheapest countries in Europe and kind of a hidden gem. So we want to go see it.
Yep. We may
And we
end
want to
up.
relax.
Yeah, we may end up in Georgia. We may end up in Turkey. We may end up. It really kind of depends on what's blowing up at the moment.
It depends on a lot more than that. So from Rome, our trajectory is probably towards Istanbul.
Mm-hmm.
We have enough points to get the Hyatt there for a week, and we have a club access award, so we would get the club upgrade for free. So that's our goal if they have availability and nothing goes awry on the other front. That's kind of the first step.
Okay, so let's do this. If you guys have any suggestions, we're open to ideas at this point, as long as it doesn't take us too far out of that little region.
And so another thing is, though, we're going to try to earn some more free cruises while we're on the 2 14-day cruises on Princess.
Right, because the theory is they're set up as 7-day cruises, but you can book them at 7-day or 14-day.
Yeah.
And if they're 7-day, then technically the points needed to get a free cruise should be less.
Yeah, I've actually heard there are only 2,000 points to get a free cruise, even less than the 3,000 we did.
So this will be
So maybe it'll be easy.
This will be experimental for us.
Yes. So if we can get some free cruises,
Yes.
we're kind of looking at maybe in September, because the flight from Moldova to London is pretty short and pretty cheap. Heading over to London and doing the British Isles as a cruise, and maybe the Oktoberfest European Capitals cruise, and then the search for the Northern Lights.
Okay.
Or we could do one of the Norwegian fjord ones. So it's a little up in the air, but if we can get free cruises, which, are not free, you pay the taxes and the port fees and the gratuities, but practically free. I mean, that's way cheaper than a cruise, and it's even way cheaper than living on land.
So we can make it even cheaper if we get the Oktoberfest and I have enough beer and I fall down and hit my head, I'll see the Northern Lights. It works.
So because we don't know if we'll earn these cruises,
True.
We can't book anything. And we're just keeping a loose hold on Moldova. We definitely want to see Turkey. We definitely want to see Georgia. We probably want to spend a week at the Hyatt in Sofia, Bulgaria. And we really want to see that whole region, but we also have clear until the 1st of May to do all this.
If we're in Eastern Europe when winter comes, we might head someplace a little bit warmer.
Like, there's areas over on the Aegean Sea there that are a little bit warmer. Maybe we'll ride it out in Turkey. Maybe we'll fly over to Tunisia on the African continent. Or if we're in London,
Jolly good.
then I guess it depends on how many Schengen days we have left. We may go to Portugal or Spain, or we may go to Tunisia. We're not really sure. So,
and if you're not familiar with what Schengen is, what can they do?
well, a lot of the European countries are part of what's called the Schengen zone. In fact, most of them are. And you can only be in the Schengen zone for 90 out of 180 days. And it's like a rolling thing. So you get an app that figures it out for you because you're kind of coming in and out and in and out. So just have to figure that out based on wherever we go.
Yeah, it's just a pain of kind of figuring it out. So we bring that up only to say, what's our future plans?
We don't know. We're being
Travel.
flexible.
Travel. We're still traveling. We're still out there moving. We're trying to get enough content put together on a timely basis so that it's up for you and you can kind of see what's going on without racking our brains.
And we're trying to stay on some longer land stays, but we just don't know exactly how any of that's going to work out, along with these possibly free cruises that we may or may not do.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, now you know about as little as we know.
So do you feel like you're up to speed on it?
So do give us some comments
Yes.
and let us know what you think about all of this. If you have any suggestions or concerns or opinions or whatever you've got, feel free to let us know about any of these topics that we've covered. You know, we have freedom and we're just basking in it.
You know, thank you guys for sticking around and tolerating us and just tasting this life with us.
Yeah. Now go taste life for yourself.